want to focus on one thing that you talked about, which is integration. And I think as we live in a world that is constantly expanding in terms of interactions, in terms of connections beyond borders, the word integration has been gaining in importance. We're talking about integration of languages, we're talking integration of identities, national identities, and so on and so forth. Then we have the more controversial terms like ethnicity and religion and so on and so forth. And then we have more diversity in schools from a socioeconomic background. We have neurodiversity as well that is also taking shape. And it all comes down to this idea of integration. So perhaps the next question that I'd love you to answer is from two perspectives, actually. The first one is from the perspective of those who are in decision-making power, from the perspective of those who are creating the systems. How can we design a space that naturally allows for integration? And then from the perspective of those who are seeking integration, what can they do to embrace this new environment?
Okay, so I'm going to walk you through a project that I'm going to do in March, and is actually from this point of decision making. So I'm planning to organize in Africa, in Finland, International Women's Day, which is a very global activity. And it's about talking about the achievements of women all over the world, social achievement, human rights, when we started to vote, economic, political achievement. So what did I do? I launched out to my political party, which is the ruling party actually in Helsinki city where I live. The mayors of the city of Helsinki for the past 20 years have come from my political party. And I belong to Helsinki National Coalition Women's Group. So I wrote to them and I told them that Africa in Finland has just started. And I would like them to send me representatives from the political party who would come to explain to us what is this equal opportunity that Finnish women have, and what can we African women learn from it, and how can the policies of our political parties reflect it? Because we want to integrate, we have come here. Even if I go back to Africa tomorrow, my children are not going. So, and then to my greatest surprise, they wrote me back and they said they are really into this activity, that they are going to send representatives. And then they asked me, what else do we want? And I said that I wouldn't mind if I'm invited to the table and you can put all the possibilities on the table and we can walk around it and we see what else you can give. And at the same time, I went to the local church because in Finland, the churches are very rich because Finland has the state church, the Lutheran church. So I went to my local church and I told them I want collaboration because I have been coming to this church and I am the only African person that comes to this church and I have been here for 4 years. So I told them we need the hall because we have very big hall. One fits 350 people and the other hall fits 100 people. So I said, we want to use this hall that fits 100 people to celebrate International Women's Day for African women and Finnish women. So I would like you to announce in the church that we will have this party. It's not going to have any religious form because we are not, our association is not about religion. There are some of our members who are Muslims and there are some who are atheists. So we just want to rent your hall and then we want you to bring some members of your participating members of the board of the church to speak to us. What is the role of the church in integrating Africans in Finland? We want to hear. And then we are going to have stories of African women who have been working their integration process in Finland. For some of them, it's a nightmare. For some of them, it's an easy journey. So two of them will tell their stories. And then after that, I expect the political party and the church from these stories to begin to go and look into their strategy. What shall we do? So this is one practical way of how we want to reach out to the community. Okay, from the African point of view. So I know that, for instance, I can use my own example. When I came to Finland, I was afraid of police in Nigeria because our police is, when you go to police station to report about a crime, you yourself can even end up being the criminal because they will want you to bribe them. They will want to abuse you. If you're a woman, you can even face different kinds of situations because their salaries are very poor. The police, they are quite hungry in Nigeria. So I had this kind of fear for police. But through my work with the Helsinki city, I have been teaching Finnish police for a period of 10 years on cultural competence, bringing out this kind of fear that people like me have because of our life back home. So through this, today I tell you, I have gotten rid of the police fear that I have because I have had lots of Finnish police, up to about hundreds of them that have gone through this cultural competence course that I have trained. So in this way, I'm encouraging Africans who are very passive, who are living in this fear, to come out. We live in a democratic society. Come out, air your views, bring your voice, and then your people will begin to solve your problems. So, because we are here in this global village to solve challenges and to make the dots meet. That's the only way we can make life successful. Yes.
Agreed. I think that's absolutely what we're trying to do just as individuals every day, is get these connections made. I think it's the only way to really solve any kind of problem, but it's really fantastic to get that perspective.